Hello students, let's start class 6 chapter Social Studies India, that is Bharat. See, in this chapter we are going to study about the various names जो इंडिया को किस नाम से पहले बुलाया जाता था. अभी हम क्या करते हैं, इंडिया भारत बोलते हैं ना, भारत माता की जय. Right, so we begin this chapter with a quote by Sri Aurobindo which says, देखो, India was a country, as he says, between the Himalayas and the two seas. We have Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. So we were very diverse in case of culture, but still we were united. Spiritual knowledge बहुत ज़्यादा थी, and this made was the reason for the surge of humanity in a country like India. So we were so deep rooted in our spiritual knowledge, and all the values of humanity were present here. Okay, so in this we are going to do what questions can come. See, in this chapter what is present is the names which were given. So there were few names which were given by the people. So names given by the people of India and the ones which were given by the foreigners or the travelers. So we start with the names which were given by the inhabitants. Now, what are inhabitants? Here it is written people who live in a particular place. Like in India, people who were living. So we have various texts on sources through which we come to know what was it called. So we start with the first name, which was called Sapt Sindhwa. Now see, can you see this picture in the book? It is the northwest region. See, पहले जो था, it was this Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Bangladesh. This was one India, right? Now the boundaries have changed. These countries have got separated. So this entire part, why this, this was very fertile because of the presence of Indus and its tributaries. So what happens is that, and people generally used to, because of the presence of water, agriculture, they used to stay here. जैसे हमने पढ़ा Indus Valley Civilization. So the first name was Sapt Sindhwa. अब इसका मतलब क्या होता है? सप्त का मतलब हुआ land of 7 rivers, and then you can name the tributary. See, it is given. Like we have this Ravi, Indus, Jhelum, Bias, Chenab, Satluj. Okay, and Sindhwa comes from Sindhu, which means the river Indus itself, or at times river in general. So the first question, Sapt Sindhwa, what does that mean? Which part of India does it represent? And where did this name appear? It appeared in Rig Veda. Okay, so this portion we have done, and these are the questions. Now we come to the second part. Now the second which name occurred was Bharatvarsha. Now where did it first? You can see it was present in Mahabharat, and in Mahabharat there were other things also present, like there were names of certain cities. See, यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है, like these have been mentioned in Mahabharat, like Kashmira, which is at present Kashmir, Kurukshetra, parts of Haryana, जहाँ महाभारत का युद्ध हुआ था, the famous battle, right? Vanga parts of Bengal. Then we have Pragjyotisha, roughly today's Assam, Kutcha, today's Kutch, and Kerala, more or less today's Kerala. तो यहाँ पे ये आपको याद रखने हैं कुछ नाम, right? Then what भारतवर्ष का मतलब क्या हुआ? Now they are saying that it is a country of the Bharatas. And Bharata word first appeared in Rig Veda, where it refers to a Vedic group, and also the name of some of the kings. So don't get confused with Bharata and Bharatvarsh. The name which described the entire India was Bharatvarsh. It first appeared in Mahabharat. And where did the word Bharata appeared? It appeared in Rig Veda, but there it refers to a Vedic group. So these are the questions, remember it. Then we come to another name that was called Jamun Dvipa. See, Jamun एक fruit है which is a native of this country. That is why it was called Jamun Dvipa. Dvipa मतलब हुआ द्वीप, island. Right, so this was called the island of the fruit of the Jamun tree. Now where this word was present, we see that this appeared even in Mahabharata, and second in the Ashoka inscriptions it has been found. Now which part This included this. Now, another thing is that this jamun tree of India was also called the jambul tree or the Malabar plum tree. This also comes. Right, and this included the present day Bangladesh, Pakistan, and parts of Afghanistan. Okay, see, here it is written. This was used to describe the whole of India, which at the time included this. So it means that India, see these countries, they have separated this part of India, but initially it was one country. That is why we call it as Indian subcontinent. So if somebody, the question comes that which name represents the entire India? One is Bharatvarsha, another is Jamundvipa. Which and the name which represents only the northwestern part, that was Sapt Sindhava. Okay, so don't get confused in this. Now we come to another name which was the Bharata. Now this appeared in Vishnu Puran. The country lies north of the ocean and south of the snowy mountains. It's called Bharata. This text has been taken from Vishnu Puran. So in India अभी भी हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? हम लोग भारत बोलते हैं in north, and in case of south it is called Bharatam. तो ये नेम भारता से भारत हुआ. तो अभी and see, where are name two texts where the geographical location या geographical point is given regarding India. One was in Vishnu Puran, it has been written, and another is an ancient Tamil literature where there is a poem which describes a king whose praise, who was so famous from Cape Kumari in the south. We have Kanyakumari, the land, the point, the tip of the land, which is the most southern point, that is called Kanyakumari now. So they are saying that king was so famous that his popularity was from Cape Kumari in the south, from the great mountain in the north, and from the two oceans on the east and west. So can you imagine that people in ancient times had a very good geography? So they were able to tell the boundaries of our great country. So if this question comes that how, in where it is written that people were aware of the geography, so here one was Vishnu Puran where it has been mentioned, and second here in the Tamil literature. Now we come to today's world. Now today in Indian constitution, you know what is a constitution? The rule book. What is written? When we start, it is written India, that is Bharat, or in Hindi Bharat अर्थात India. भारत मतलब इंडिया. तो अभी हम हर जगह बोलते हैं इंडिया इंडिया या फिर भारत माता की जय. राइट, सो दिस इज द नेम विच हैज बिकम एट प्रेजेंट, वी कॉल इट लाइक दिस. Now there were many foreigners who traveled to India for many purposes. There were trade, for pilgrimage, and then we know India is a land of gods. हम बोलते हैं ना देवों की जन्मभूमि है. The spiritual knowledge was immense. Buddhism developed so much, so people were so much curious that what is happening in India. They used to come for many purposes, right? So they also, when they traveled, there were many names which were given. Like this has been given Sindhu, Hindu, Indu, and Jindu. So we start with this. We know that the river Sindhu, Indus River, that was the name Sindhu. So when the Persians came initially, they, instead of Sindhu, they started using it. They called it as Hindu, right? Then came the ancient Greeks. They named it as Indu, Indoi or Indic or Indu, right? Then came the ancient Chinese, and then they referred India to as Yintu or Yindu. So this word originally comes from Sindhu. So you have to remember who gave these words and what were the words. Like this was given, this was Persian, this was Greek, and then it came, this was Indian, then came the Persian, Greek, and then this name was given by the Chinese. Okay. Then we have a traveler, Xuanzang, traveled from China to India in the 7th century CE. He visited parts of India, met scholars, collected Buddhist texts, and returned to China after 17 years. India was very rich in its cultural heritage. We had so much of texts which we say that people from outside took away. जिसके अंदर सब कुछ लिखा हुआ था. मतलब even Indians were very intelligent in terms of art, architecture, and even science. So he converted those into Chinese. They were written in Sanskrit. So this name comes, who traveled? from China to India? The answer is Xuanzang. Another Chinese word also derived from Sindhu was, this also comes that a word which has been derived from Sindhu, what does that mean? Heavenly master. So this reflects the respect the ancient Chinese had for India as the land of Buddha. Now there is another word which is called Hindustan. अब ये तो गानों में भी बहुत यूज होता है. So it was first used in a Persian inscription some 1800 years ago. And later on it was also used by other invaders. So we have done a lot of names which you need to remember, like who first used the term Hindustan, and this is a chart which is given. Right, so match the following can come, or the name where it first appeared, what is the meaning, these are the questions which generally come. So when you read the history of India, you feel so proud that India is a great nation and we are blessed that we are born here. So always love your country. Okay, that's it.